Hello. Welcome to Sambus Training Service Department. We'll be looking at auto trace field boundaries with ArcGIS Field Maps. That's the step-by-step guide all through this training tutorial video. We'll quickly go through the introduction to this training. In this tutorial, we'll be looking at the step-by-step guide, as I've mentioned earlier, to auto trace field slash farm boundaries or any feature boundaries while walking through the perimeter using ArcGIS Field Map. In other words, instead of you manually tracing the boundaries of this of your feature or the boundaries of your area of interest, you can actually use a particular feature depending on the settings from your ArcGIS field maps to auto trace rather than manually mapping your area of interest. Now you can decide to walk around the boundary, then it auto trace. Then it's not actually limited to boundaries alone. You can use that to also trace your routes. Take, for example, you want to pass through a new route, or you want to create a new route in a particular area, or you want to access a pipeline, or you want to do one or two things, depending on the area or depending on the specific need. You can actually auto trace your routes as well as also auto trace your boundary. So now we'll be looking at what field boundaries are critical for. So it's important for farm management, to get the boundaries of your farm, for land administration, maybe the boundary of what's it called, the particular size of land, then agricultural planning, as well as resource allocation. So this can be useful for all of these things. Then ArcGIS Field Maps enables real-time mobile data captures with GPS. That's important to note. And as well as auto tracing helps us to streamline boundary digitization in the field. So what are the prerequisites for this what's called solution? We'll be using our ArcGIS Pro desktop application to do the pre-planning of the application, more like creating our feature class and all of that. So ArcGIS Pro will be used for that. Then ArcGIS Online, or maybe your enterprise accounts, will be used for editing one or two. Then hosted polygon feature layer published. That's going to come with the web map we're going to share to the web. Then web map configured will be configuring pop-ups for our field. Anyways, this can either be done via the ArcGIS Pro, or it can also be done on the web GIS. Then Field Maps app have to be installed on our mobile device, because when you're done, building the field map application, you have to get it over your mobile device, either the RTK devices or your smartphone, depending on whichever device you'll be using. It will be installed on it so that you can be able to use the device to capture your data. Then lastly, you need a device. Yes, I just mentioned that RTK enabled device, or maybe your smartphone that uses GPS will be needed. So without wasting our time, let's quickly go straight into the demonstration of this whole thing. So to proceed, we'll be launching our application. That's the ArcGIS Pro. All right. So after launching our ArcGIS, we'll create a project. Let's name it area boundary. Now let's put it area of interest. Select the folder which you want to save it. Let's put it here. Okay. All right. So now the first thing you're going to do is to we've created a project, is to create a feature layer. You go straight to your geodatabase, right click and new, then feature class. Create a feature class, name it area, no, AY, then it's area of interest. It's polygon. Next. So we're going to be adding some few fields like area ID, which is going to be text, then street name or area name. Text as well. I think these are just the two major things that we need for now. Okay, let's add one more field. Area. That's in HA hectares. Leave it as short and long. Let's leave it as long. Teacher. Next. Okay. Oh, might want to change this to that's a spatial reference. So might want to change it to projected. Projected. World. Sorry, UTM rather. UTM, then WGS 1984 Northern Hemisphere, then MENA UTM zone 32 or 31. It's 31, it's 31. Then next, say any other thing. Next, then finish. So I haven't created our what's it called, boundary. We can set symbology to say, let's make it red. Why? So we have our feature layer ready, then few more settings. Let's set what's it called, it to be able to take attachments and photos. I think that's all. Okay. Then also, let's try and configure the pop-ups from here. Okay, we can configure pop-ups. All right, maybe we'll do that in. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so we'll do that at when we get to online part. So now the next thing we need to do now is to export this as either a feature layer or either a web map. So it's faster if we share as a web map. So let's just share as web map so we don't have to. Let's share as web map. So sorry, I forgot. Ew, I'm supposed to reflect zero. Let me change this. Then you change the configuration to editable. Check the box, folder, you decide to create a new folder, name it UI, that's the online folder. Then configuration, go straight to this, you select, then you click on properties. Then configuration of the property, make sure you are approved for public data collection, add, delete, update, attributes and yes, you enable synchronization. Then you can decide to enable exporting of the data. I think that's all. Go back to general, back, then map, then sharing level. You can decide to share with, just make sure sharing yourself alone or organization or everyone public. You can make it public as well. So then the next thing is to analyze. So let's start. So what's this saying? The pop-up option for this layer include attachment sort ordering that is not supported on my address. So we can actually ignore this. Then let's check for this. What's this saying? Field length cannot be used as this. So this is always done the properties. So you go to display, then you change this to area name. Okay. Now assignment. Okay. This has not been done. Okay, let's check again. See. Now, see. Check. Good. No. Don't you need to? Let's check again. Yeah, I think all has been sorted. So now we can decide to share. Can ignore that information. So sometimes it might take a while, sometimes it might be fast, depending on how fast your internet connection is. So let's just stay tuned while it's published the web map to the online GIS. So now the publishing is successful. So the next thing we need to do is minimize our ArcGIS Pro, then open a browser and type. This is the part where you need your ArcGIS Online or your enterprise account. So arcgis.com. Let's type arcgis.com. Then from here you click on sign in and you type in your username and password. So don't forget, the next stage is to check your web map and do some further settings and configuration depending on your choice. Now we skip the process. We would have, if we had shared as feature layer, we would have need to now create a web map. But since we shared directly as web map, it's going to reduce what's it called, the workload. So now we'll go to content to see what we've shared. So it should be available. Now this is the web map and this is the feature layer hosted. So now let's open the web map and see. Like opening with map viewer. From here, let's see if we can actually configure our pop-up. I don't know why it's not working on ArcGIS Pro, but you can actually configure your pop-up using your ArcGIS Pro. So the network is a bit, slow. All right. So now you can decide to change your base map depending on what you want. I would love to change the base map to imagery hybrid. Yes, this will work. Then if possible, if you know the particular area where you'll be working, you might want to zoom to that particular area so it will be easy for you to navigate when you launch your application. So in today's tutorial, I'll be mapping this area, this particular area of the map, this particular area. So I'll be mapping this area like this. So now back to the layer. This is our area of interest. So we can open the table now. You will see all our tables here. Then to configure pop-up, look at this is what we are updating. Now to configure pop-up, you just come to feed list and expand. Then you can remove some that you're not interested in. Yes, area ID, area name, then in hectares. Then you can decide to remove other things. Then that's that. For attachments, title, take a photo. I think that's all. All right. So once you've configured your pop-up, then you can decide to close the pop-up. The style has been configured from ArcGIS Pro as well, so there's no need. Sorry, it's kind of lagging. You can close this style. Then you can save your web map. And you go to legend to confirm that style. Yes, our style is intact. The style is intact. So now what we're going to do now is to check the. So now, once we're done with that, we would just have to begin, our field map. So you go to your app launcher and select field maps. So we'll be stopping this session now. Please watch out for the next session. Thank you.